Welcome to a special episode of In the Toy Box. Join us for some Christmas cheer.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas!
Hello, everyone. Joy to the world, because it is an In the Toy Box Christmas special. We've all been waiting for it. I'm Kevin, and I'm here
Matt.
with...
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm excited.
Who isn't? So our format today is going to be a little different. We're going to be talking about toys. We're also going to be talking about ornaments. We're going to be talking with friends, family. You'll see some things that aren't maybe necessarily considered toys, but we do hope you enjoy this episode. So Matthew, you do have some toys for us today, and let's talk about them.
I do have some toys. From Playing Mantis in 2003, behind me I have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And
Lovely.
He talks and, oops, almost knocked him over.
Oh, wow.
Makes the famous sound.
Yeah, I love that noise for some reason. It's a nostalgic noise.
Yeah. And actually, he only says a few phrases. And the reason for that, I looked on the tag, it says newborn Rudolph. So I guess it's on those first few scenes when he first started talking.
Sure. Does he have antlers at all?
No antlers, no.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
it. There you go.
Yeah. So, hey. So other toys that were out for Christmas toys, we centered on the theme of Rankin Bass. And anyone who doesn't know what Rankin Bass is, they're a company who put out Christmas specials, Rudolph, Year Without a Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all of those wonderful stories. So some of the toys we have presented here are based on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They're plush characters. There's Rudolph and his family. There's, let's see, what
Yukon
else?
Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius. There's Hermie. There's the Island of Misfit Toys. Most of the
Yes.
characters represented.
Nice.
And, so most of the characters from that first feature, we have plush characters for. And then we have also Year Without a Santa Claus represented. We have Heat Miser, Snow Miser, and other characters that were in that feature as well.
Yep.
Some non-Rankin Bass toys that we were able to accumulate. We have Frosty the Snowman plush characters, and
Right.
the characters that were from that story. The girl that was with Frosty, the villain in that, and the policeman who stops Frosty the Snowman in the famous, song.
Those are great. Those are great musicals. I don't know if they would be considered musicals, but I would think so. They're so fun. I think everyone knows a few of those songs.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, they're all based on Christmas music, and Christmas music is so much fun.
I agree.
Other things that we have, well, not really toys, but Christmas ornaments we have. We
They're
have
collectibles.
the Vacation Family Truckster,
Yeah.
which comes complete with the aunt on top of the roof.
Has it got the CB radio and the optional rally fun pack?
Oh yeah, sure, and all those headlights in front too. And this particular one plays the theme song to the Vacation movie, and I'm
Holiday
pretty
Road.
sure everyone's familiar with that. I won't play
Love
it. And then we have another Christmas ornament, the famous Marty Moose, who is there to tell Clark Griswold that the park is closed. So what do you have for Christmas toys or ornaments, or
Well,
what do you got?
keeping in the theme of vacation, I do have, well, I should say all these figures in front of me are from my favorite toy company, NECA. But I do have a Clark Griswold action figure that they made that is from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, so the sequel to Vacation.
Nice.
It's probably just as funny, if not more funny. And we have Clark Griswold donning his family outing regalia, where he goes to cut down the Christmas tree. And he's actually cuts it up in his yard and tells the neighbors, where they can fit his Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
In typical Clark fashion. And then on my right, your left, we have the same company, NECA. They put out these 8-inch figures of A Christmas Story. So you have Ralphie with the official Red Ryder BB gun.
Right.
And you have the old man with his Fragile, his major award,
Right.
his leg lamp. And he's also got another head in there too, a different head. And I really like these toys a lot. The father especially, he looks just like him. And these are such great films, you know what I mean? And to have the toys just reminds you of these special films and these special moments.
I agree.
Um,
Yeah, they look great. I mean, like you said, the faces look good, the clothes look good on those. I really like Clark's vest. I mean, that just.
I know.
I mean, he just looks like he's nice and warm in that vest. I'm like, oh.
Well, that's right. You know, he doesn't just have a shirt. They put that extra vest on, and it adds so much more. You know.
Yep.
He's warm out there.
Great.
So yeah, that's all we have for right now. But stay tuned. We have so much more to show you.
When I think of the holidays, Charlie Brown has been there for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. A Charlie Brown Christmas is one of my favorite TV specials. There are Charlie Brown and Snoopy Christmas ornaments, decorative lights, representations of Christmas, musical Christmas characters, even a dancing Snoopy, as well as a manger. Even though Charlie Brown and Snoopy are not exclusively Christmas toys, they definitely capture the Christmas spirit. Other toys include a Hot Wheels Snoopy, a pullback Snoopy car, Pez dispensers, various plush characters. There's also a talking Snoopy from 1986. This is done with a built-in cassette player and read-along book.
Hi, my name is Snoopy.
Snoopy's eyes and mouth both move as he talks and sings. These characters and toys have given us so much joy for over 60 years. As Linus, his good friend, said, "That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown."
Merry Christmas, everyone!
My favorite toy was the cricket doll. The cricket doll was a about 2 foot tall real life dolly, and you pull the back and it talks to you, and you can feed her, and she really pooped and peed, so you can change her diapers. It was like having a real life little sister.
My favorite toy was Curious George. He was my favorite toy because when we were little, we never got toys outside of Christmas. And one year, my father went away on an unexpected trip. And when he came back, we all got a toy. And mine was Curious George, and I still have him to this day sitting on my dresser.
My favorite toy actually was a basketball. I love playing basketball. I love playing basketball at Monty's Park and showing what I could do with the boys. The boys always thought, I don't want a girl on my team. And I said, oh yeah? Check this girl out. And I would get on that court and I would show them. I would show them that this girl knew what she was doing with that basketball.
Growing up, the Christmas season hadn't fully arrived until a slew of stores' Christmas catalogs had shown up in the mail. These beefed up brochures usually centered around gifts children desired most: toys. Pages and pages worth of the current year's must-have, one-of-a-kind action figures, dolls, bikes, games, doodads, gizmos, and gadgets. Stuff that put last year's timeless treasures to shame. Today, with the ease and availability of the internet, we're able to view a variety of these Christmas catalogs online in all their digital glory. Whether you're clutching a hard copy of this year's Christmas catalog or scrolling on screen for that perfect addition to your letter to St. Nick, half the fun is just looking and being able to imagine the endless fun you might have with any number of these great gifts. I still keep my eye out for these toy-laden catalogs to slide in my mail slot and refresh my email inbox often, hoping for a downloadable digital digest to help aid with my perfect Christmas catalog wish list.
My favorite Christmas present that I ever received was Super Nintendo, and when my parents got it for me, it had been out for a while, so it was a complete surprise to me. And because it had been out for a while, it didn't come with a Super Mario, which was the default, I think, when the system was first out. So they got me Zelda: Link to the Past with it, and that game is just such a standard that I judge all video games by since I was a kid. I can't even remember how many times I played it. Even after the Super Nintendo stopped working, I would download it in high school on emulators to replay it. And it was just such a great game. I think I only ended up getting like 3 or 4 other games total for the system over the time that I had it, because that just had such great replay value. So yeah, great system, great game.
Our friend Tom was nice enough to offer us a look at his Christmas Village collection while explaining his love for this miniature seasonal scenery. Let's take a look.
Merry Christmas, and welcome to the 2020 Christmas Village. Growing up, my grandmother was basically Mrs. Claus to our family, and anyone that knew her knew how nutty she got about Christmas and how far she went with her decorations and her Christmas Village, which I actually have quite a few of her old Christmas Village items and displays. I could get lost in her decorations and her Christmas Village, and I would have my childish Christmas Village that she would let me put together. So throughout the years, that was something that became very important to me. Now, later in life, this is what I've been doing, and it definitely provides a lot of enjoyment and some creativity and some, chance to be a little childish. But the best part of it is people's reactions, friends that come by, family, my niece in particular. I feel like I'm inspiring them in the same way that my grandmother inspired me, and I hope to continue that. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the photos and videos and my crazy village.
All right, now, how does a train go? Now, an ocean liner? Now then, how does your tricycle sound? I see. But how would you like your tricycle to sound? Well, you can make it roar with Mattel's terrific new Baroom hot rudder engine. Put it on a trike like this, or like this. You get your own special key. Start it like Dad's key starts his car. The remote control is up here where it belongs. Sounds like a real engine.
My name is, well, that's not important. But this is my Christmas confession. It was the late 1970s. I was 12 years old. Roller skating had made a comeback. And more than anything in the world, I wanted a pair of roller skates with polyurethane wheels. Kids were going to rinks, skating to the latest tunes, skating around the neighborhood. It was a roller skating craze. I had a pair of roller skates already, but they were the old-fashioned kind. Metal wheels, and they gave you a noisy, bumpy ride. And it was near impossible to pick up any real speed in them. They just didn't have the smooth roll of the polyurethane wheels. I made a Christmas request to my mother, and she agreed. She bought them, wrapped them up nicely, and put them under the tree. Now Christmas was still a handful of weeks away, so every day I'd get up and there were the skates under the tree. I knew they were there, wanted to use them, but hey, I had to wait till Christmas. And really, I stood it as long as I could. But then one Saturday morning, my mother went downtown to do some shopping, and I couldn't take it anymore. This was my chance. So, while she was gone, I went under that tree, unwrapped that box so carefully, making sure not to tear the paper in the least little bit, took the bow off, put those skates on, and I skated all around. I skated in the house, in the basement, and anywhere I knew no one would see me. I did all my tricks, crossovers, skating backwards, dance moves. I still remember the joy and happiness I felt. But then it was getting late. Time to put the skates back in the box. But I noticed the wheels had gotten dirty. How would I explain that? So I sprang into action. I got some dish soap, water, and a rag, and I cleaned those skates, making sure to get every spot, every smudge, every little scuff mark. I dried them, put them back in the box, rewrapped them just as they were, put the bow back on, and back under the tree they went. And you know what? No one was ever the wiser. So don't tell anyone, okay?
My favorite Christmas present is Hot Wheels because they are cars and I want to drive one.
Vintage Christmas collectibles are a surefire way to make your Yuletide celebrations a blast from the past. These mid-century style ornaments feature beautifully designed flowers or figures encased in unique 3D shapes with a mirrored background, spanning a multitude of translucent colors. How about a Santa in the middle of a cute Christmas bell? Speaking of bells, these plastic-laced multicolored ones will definitely help ring in the new year. These ornaments use a partially enclosed circle design to provide cuteness in a can, and combine new materials alongside vintage trinkets to create a modern yet retro relic. An elf on a mistletoe swing looks around to make sure the proper amount of Christmas cheer is being spread, while a naughty Christmas Krampus winks to signal he's up to his usual holiday hijinks. Santa, along with 7 elves, stand atop drums while ringing bells. Who knew one of Santa's favorite pastimes was being a little drummer boy? Time to man that magical ladder and climb carefully with his bag of goodies. He's reached one of his many stops where he will drop gifts off for kids who've made his nice list. These vintage Christmas collectibles remind me of fond Christmas pasts, all while celebrating Christmas presents, and I fully intend on having them around for many more Christmas futures.
my favorite Christmas present came along in 84? Well, here it is. Jetfire Transformers. This guy is so awesome. He's so cool. Let me see if I can pull him out of here without snapping everything. Oh, I'm gonna knock some things over here. That's okay. Nope, I'm surprised I didn't. Jetfire was so amazing. Because, I mean, first of all, you could turn him into the jet. You could fly him around. He could actually hang out with the G.I. Joes. He could hang out with the G.I. Joes because he was a jet. He could hang out with the other Transformers. This one is awesome because he's hard to get with all of his armor on him, all of his jets, all of his pieces. And, so Jetfire is one of the coolest Transformers on the planet. He's not truly, like, rare or expensive, but still, look how big he is. Look how big he is. He shoots circles around Optimus Prime. Merry Christmas!
Okay, so I have many gifts that I have received that I cherish and enjoy. But to narrow it down, I have picked out 3 to share with you today. First is right in front of me, my wrestling ring and action figures. And when I tell you the amount of time I spent playing with these in my room alone when I was a kid, you would think I was crazy, and you would be absolutely right. But it brought me tons of joy, and I loved playing with them. My second gift that I would highlight was when my wife surprised me with the PS4, which was a huge deal to me. I didn't think I was getting it, and again, hours of my life spent playing on that. And the last gift I would say that brings me a ton of joy was one that I received from my mother about 5 years ago, and it is this Squier Telecaster guitar right behind me. Every time I plug it in, it's a great time, and it's the gift that keeps on giving.
And now we're going to talk about Christmas memories. And our viewers supplied us with many photographs.
Awesome.
So we're going to start with the first one. We have a photograph of a person who has the Jane doll from Best of the West. That was a company put out by Marx, many Western figures, Johnny West. They had horses, all kinds of stuff. And this person, this little girl in the photo, loves her Jane West so much that she still has it today.
You can see the smile on her face.
She has it today. Yes, she does.
I think I know this person.
Yes, we both do. And she has a good collection of the Best of the West figures. And it was a great line. So,
and I know she actually has 2 of the Jane dolls, correct? Doesn't she have maybe the original one and another one she got? Is that correct?
I believe that's correct. Yes.
Yeah. That's how much she loves it.
And I'm not sure. Like I said, I know that her collection is very extensive. I know she has like Johnny West and plenty of the other figures. She's got the horse.
Yeah.
And she even has I don't know. She had like
the play set, right?
Play set. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it's quite extensive. The ranch. Yes. So yeah, she's very proud of that. So that's funny to see, her as a little kid holding this doll that she treasures even today. So
that's excellent.
Yeah. So I would say that's probably one of her favorite Christmas gifts. So,
on my end, I have a photo of someone that we both know and love and who also works on the show. And it's a photo of her and her brother, and they are ecstatic about this Rock'em Sock'em robots that they have received. And you can just see that they're ready to battle each other. And who hasn't received Rock'em Sock'em robots on Christmas? I know I have. How about you?
Oh yeah, I have too. It's funny looking at the photo though. I forgot that box was so big.
Yeah, I think when I got it as a kid, you'd have to put it together a little bit. That is that is ready to go. You just take it out of the box and
it looks like they're ready to go. He's carrying the box, and then in the next photo they're playing it, and it looks like they're having a great time. So
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on it. I don't know the names of these guys. You know the names of these boxers? There's actually names to them?
Yes, they did come with names. The red one was Red Rocker, and the blue one was Blue Bomber. Yes.
That's awesome.
And
so, what else do we have for photos?
We also have a photo of myself as a kid.
Oh, really?
I think I'm about 7 or 8 on Christmas Day. And in the photo, you can see behind me a picture of Raideen, who was a Shogun warrior. These were 2-foot tall plastic robot toys. These were pretty cool. I mean, they're
very cool.
They came out with like 3 robots and Godzilla. Those were like the first ones, and then they branched out after that. And then also in the photo, I have Bigfoot from the $6 Million Man television show. And he was I was going to say 12-inch, but I think he was probably like closer to 15-inch.
Sure.
Plastic molded figure with the arms and legs move. And then he had a button like on if you hit the button on his chest, it would open and reveal the bionics. So that was pretty cool. So Zyka Toys actually put out $6 Million Man figures, and right here I have is Bigfoot, and this is pretty much modeled after the 1970s version.
Just a smaller version.
It looks like they just shrunk it down. It's really cool looking. So yeah, I had the $6 Million Man toys. I'm pretty sure I saw Bigfoot in the photo, so I either got $6 Million Man earlier, or maybe I got him the same Christmas, because I know I had both of them.
One of my favorite gifts, or something that just it stands out to me because it was maybe a profound kind of thing that happened when I was probably around 6 years old. My family used to have these outings, or I should say events, and we do a Christmas party with my mom's side of the family, and Santa would show up, and every kid would get a present. And I got a present one year that I, shredded open. And I look at it. This isn't what I wanted. I didn't know what it was. It was some game, and the game was this waiter. And I was like, "What is this? I don't want this." So I almost threw a little bit of a fit. I started crying. My mom was like, "What's the matter?" And I said, "I didn't want it." And she said, "It's okay. This isn't all the gifts you're going to be getting. Just calm down." And I finally calmed down. I got home and I played with this thing, and I loved it. I spent hours playing with it every day for so long. And it was basically a waiter, and you'd spin like a little thing, and it would say, how many plates or cups and how many you have to put on this waiter's hand. He'd be like standing like this, and you put it on, and then you'd have to press a lever on the back of it so many times, and his hand would raise up slowly, and then you'd have to see how many you could get on before the hand kind of tumbled over. It was really neat. It was super fun to play with, and I just had so much fun with it.
And now here's some more Christmas photos sent in from our viewers.
Look it!